Well, hello, this is Salim Kadir from ATN News, and with us we have our well-renowned guest, none other than Miss Adiba Suleiman Ajani. Well, Ajani, good to have you here.
Thank you.
So I would address you as Ajani or Adiba. Which one do you feel
Adiba,
comfortable?
please.
Adiba, all right. So Adiba is the former deputy managing partner at Standard Finance Oil Company, a position she has held since 2016. She has now recently been promoted as acting managing partner since 2024, September, if I'm not mistaken. And she graduated from Purdue University in 2016 with a Bachelor of Science in Economics, and the concentration was in mathematics, isn't it? All right. And upon returning to Dhaka, she began her career in the fast-moving consumer goods industry and has been involved in various projects across the financial and marketing sectors. So Adiba, well, as acting managing partner of Standard Finance Oil, how do you feel here?
Well, thank you so much for having me here, first of all. Definitely, it's a big responsibility. We're running with a legacy of 75 years. Finance amader Bangladeshe, one of the first companies that have been involved in the disinfectant and insecticide industries. So it's onek bor ekta responsibility etake carry forward kora and to make sure that this continues for another 75 years and much more.
All right, so Finis has had an incredible 75 years journey, as you said. So what do you think has been the key to its longevity and success? In fact, what's the secret behind its enduring success?
I think, to be very honest, that we believe in conservative growth. And more than that, we have built a lot of goodwill in the market with our consumers. So there has been a lot of cross-branding through our different products. We started with coil and phenyl. And then that was in 1950 when my grandfather and his brother started the company. And from there, we have moved on to almost 54 SKUs today. So we've expanded our line, and our consumers and the strength we have in our distribution network has really helped us to survive in the market for so long and to make sure that we are reaching all corners of Bangladesh.
So looking back, what were some of the biggest turning points in the company's history, and what are some of the defining moments that shaped Finis's journey?
I think one of our biggest defining points was that when, as a company, my father and grandfather realized that এখন আমরা যে তেজগাঁওতে আমাদের হেড অফিস আছে ওখানে আমাদের এই ফ্যাক্টরিতে এখন আর হচ্ছে না সো উই হ্যাড আমাদের প্রথম সবচেয়ে বড় এক্সপ্যানশন হয়েছিল 2010-এ যখন আমাদের মেইন ফ্যাক্টরিটা যেখানে এখন আছে গাজীপুরে ওখানে আমরা শিফট করেছিলাম অল আর লাইনস সো ওই শিফটেই আমাদের তারপরে উই ফাউন্ড দ্য কনফিডেন্স যে আমরা এখন ডিসইনফেক্টেন্ট ইন্ডাস্ট্রিতে যেটা washing powder, toilet cleaner, tiles cleaner, floor cleaner, ওই স্পেসে আমরা rapidly expand করতে পেরেছি. That was a big one, and ওটার পরে one of our other biggest milestones was 2018 when we started আমাদের প্রথম export to Somalia and Nepal. And we are এখনো just a month ago we did another export to Somalia. আমাদের export has been a little slow, but we are continuing to cultivate this so that we can really tap into international markets.
Right. And how has Finis managed to stay relevant and innovative across generations? In fact, how has the brand evolved over the decades while staying true to its roots?
I think being a family business, ota সবচেয়ে help করে to remain true to your roots because the management's ideology remains the same. First of all. Second of all, আমি যেটা বলবো ইনোভেশনের মাধ্যমে আমরা জানি বাংলাদেশের কনজিউমার সবাই অনেক র্যাপিডলি ইভলভ হচ্ছে দ্য কনজিউমার ইজ more aware than ever before in terms of the hygiene that is demanded in day-to-day life. ওই হিসেবেই আমরা আমাদের প্রোডাক্ট লাইনটা ডিসইনফেক্টেন্ট সাইডে we have shifted and আমরা ওখানে আরো বেশি ফোকাস দিচ্ছি. Also, last 2 years ago, we went through a huge rebranding exercise. So, আমরা এক বছর ধরে market survey করে, we changed, remaining true to our brand colors, which are yellow and red, which are iconic to Finis. We changed the outlook of our brand. We changed the outlook of our website. We did some internal and external branding, investing more in the communications department. So that definitely it's a very old company, but being relevant has also been a challenge with the ever-increasing competition in the market.
Moving on to the current market and potentiality of Finis, or where does Finis currently stand in the global market, and what are the biggest opportunities ahead?
I think the biggest opportunity definitely remains in the disinfectant sector. More than that, Bangladesh's biggest advantage holo amader je consumer base ache. It's very large, and it will be one of the largest in the countries in the world for many years to come. So having such a large base, the potential is endless, because apni jodi apnar distribution ta strong thake, apni jodi last mile consumer kache pouchate paren, then if you can create your space in the market, you're good. So potential theke, I would say that this is definitely a good thriving space to be in. Consumers are demanding more hygiene in their homes, more personal hygiene. So oi dik theke, I think we are in the right industry right now.
And how is Finis adapting to changing consumer preferences and industry trends, and what are the biggest market opportunities you see right now?
So the consumer trends we've seen is that people want ease of access. So ekhon amra amader e-commerce segmente onek invest korchi. We're trying to improve our distribution network in the e-commerce market, so that whether you call it Chal Dal, Daraz, Food Panda, Panda Mart, and then also we're building our own e-commerce platform, so that if you see like on any social media or online digital ad, you can order directly from us. Because I think consumer attention span is also very shortened these days. So if they see an ad and they click on it and they can't buy it, I think you've lost a sale over there. So we're focusing a lot so that consumers can reach us as easily as possible.
Any apps that have been built so far, like Daraz has his own app?
We're not building an app, we're doing it from our own website.
And how is Finis staying ahead in an increasingly competitive landscape? And what are the company's strategies for growth in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, we are doing a lot of work in our distribution and efficiencies, which if I want to talk about back end. So we're setting up super distributors all over Bangladesh, so that the distribution of the products is more efficient for us, and it reaches the distributors and the retailers faster. So that's one way. The other way where we are working in terms of our goals for the next 5 years is that we want to sort of move into the agro industry a little bit. So ekhon amra already we are present in the agricultural industry, but we want to expand our presence over there, agriculture and aquaculture.
So we have a new brand, it's called Tara.
Yes.
All right. So this Tara is an exciting new brand from Finis, isn't it? What inspired its creation and what makes it unique?
It actually came from আমরা যখন rebranding exercise টা করেছিলাম, তখন আমরা দেখেছিলাম that Finisের যে brand identity-টা আছে, that is very different from what the disinfectant market demands. ওই দিক থেকে we created a more new age, sophisticated brand called Tara, which will only play in the disinfectant market. Tara's brand যে ট্যাগলাইনটা আছে, it's called নতুন দিনের আহ্বান, যেটা was inspired by the consumers of Bangladesh, who are, as we all know, the people of Bangladesh. They're enterprising, they're very entrepreneurial, they're very aspirational. So ওই দিক থেকে we want to tap into that feeling that, you know, when you talk about Tara, when you use Tara, you are in a safe space, you are in a very good and charming environment.
So Tara, in fact, what does it mean?
Tara means star.
Star.
Yeah.
So how different is Finis' existing offers? How is it different?
আমরা অনেক ফোকাস করি আমাদের কোয়ালিটির উপরে, and to make sure that we are giving consumers the best quality and the most affordable prices. That is one of our visions that we work with, is that how do we make these products, insecticides, health and hygiene products, disinfectant products, accessible to all people of Bangladesh. So ওই দিক থেকে we try to play with our segments, our raw materials, our formulations, so that all মানে বাংলাদেশের সব লোকই they can use it.
So what market segment is Tara targeting, and how does it complement the Finis portfolio?
So Finis portfolio, because of our vast range of products, targets almost all segments of the population, because we have amader coil ache, coil theke amader phenyl ache, which plays a lot in the hospital and hospitality industry. Then we have amader aerosol ache, which we all know that SEC B, SEC A te target kore. Tara plays in the middle. So we want it accessible to SEC C and B, so that oi dik theke, which is the growing middle class, and also the largest segment of the population right now, which is like the youth, oderke target korche.
So dear viewers, we'll take a short break and we'll see you soon. Stay with us. Welcome back to ATN News, and I'm Salim Kadir. With us we have Adiba Sulaiman Ajani. She's the acting managing director. So welcome back. And what is your vision for Tara's growth, and how do you see it evolving in the coming years?
So Tara's growth, amader jonno, which is the vision for Tara, is actually very large. So we want it to evolve eventually beyond just being products that you use. We want it to become a brand that like signifies aspiration, which signifies new days, big goals, visions. We want that kind of storytelling around it. So now we've started with our dishwashing liquid. We want to bring in washing powder, we want to bring in floor cleaner, multi-surface cleaners under Tara. And beyond that, then we want to look into how can Tara maybe play in the sector of education also. So oi dik theke we are very aspirational, and we have big goals and big dreams with Tara. So we're working on that, but just the trend in our company is that we want to be a little conservative, and given the current situation, it's difficult to sort of put in all your investment in one place. So ekhon 2025 will ride out conservatively, and then inshallah 2026 we're hoping Tara will make a big entry in the market.
Inshallah. And moving on to the second generation leadership, taking over the legacy brand comes with challenges. Transitioning leadership from one generation to the next can be quite challenging, as you know. So what has that experience been like for Finis?
So we're actually third generation right now, which is also quite rare in family businesses globally. So third generation, I think what has really worked for us is that my father amake uni oi space ta amake diyechen. Ami jokhon eshechilam, I wanted to implement SAP. He was like, go ahead. I wanted to implement a new sales software so that our sales force in the field can take orders automatically from the market, which is linked to our SAP, and it automates the process very quickly. He was like, go for it. I went through like a huge rebranding exercise, and he always, oi confidence ta jokhon, I think this is where a lot of family businesses face issues, when previous generations are not willing to give up the reins. That তুমি তোমার মতন লিড করো, তখন যখন ওটা হয় না তখন it becomes difficult. But আমার কেসে I was very lucky that I was given a lot of freedom, a lot of space to be creative and implement my ideas, that I had to take this company to the next stage to make it bigger.
It's like building bridges, isn't it?
Yes.
So how does this third generation leadership on the company's legacy, while bringing in fresh ideas, how does it build?
I think আমি যে leadership নিয়ে lead করি is very different from my father's leadership, which can get a little tricky, because এখন আমরা এত পুরানো একটা কোম্পানি 75 বছর ধরে আছি, আমাদের এখানে আপনি যদি if you look at our company demographic, আপনি দেখবেন that 90% of the people have been working for us for between 10 to 20 years. So ওদের সাথে একটা নতুন vision নিয়ে lead করা can be challenging, but my team has been very supportive. যে they are open. Definitely there is একটা learning curve থাকে, একটু time লাগে to implement these new visions and new ideas, but they are open to new ideas, and I think ওরা recognize করে that if we follow the new generation and if we follow, obviously it has to come with some sort of rationale, and I actually depend on a lot of people to guide me who have been here for 25 years, that আগে কিভাবে হইতো, any mistakes that I can learn from. So ওই দিক থেকে I think my team has been very supportive to take my vision forward, and definitely new leadership, new generation comes with a lot of reliance on technology, on automation. So ওই দিকে we are working on how we can make our processes more efficient and more lean.
I see. And what are some of the biggest changes and innovation introduced under this new leadership?
So like I said, like আমরা SAP implement করেছি, which has automated all our systems. And then আমরা marketed till we have our own sales officers and representatives. So all of them have smartphones. They take their orders on smartphones and they upload it directly. The way the order comes in, it goes directly to the factory, real time. So we save a lot of time over there. I have also put a lot of emphasis on people's work-life balance. Although my employees might not agree with me, but like যেরকম we used to work all 4 Saturdays, but now we work 2 Saturdays. We have a company library, we have a company lounge. So these things that I want to bring into the office space and build that culture and community under the brand, so that people don't feel that I'm obviously constantly changing and like on their cases that eta koren ota koren, but also giving a lot of giving those facilities to them, so that they feel that when they spend 8-9 ঘন্টা এখানে যারা spend করছে প্রতিদিন, they feel that they're in a comfortable space and একটা comfortable environment, refreshing environment.
So how many people are employed currently in Finis?
Right now between almost 1,000 people.
1,000 people?
Yes.
Alone in Dhaka or scattered?
Scattered all over Bangladesh.
So it's like a combination of young and old?
Yes.
It's like the ones who are old, or they have to upgrade their skills. Do you think that it's necessary and mandatory for them to ensure that they can adapt to the current surroundings?
That is something that we take very seriously, that we want everybody to be on this journey of transformation with us. Just because you have আপনার কাছে ওই skill set tonight doesn't mean there's no space for you to work over here. So for example, we recently last year we moved one of our redundant employees from the accounts department. ওনাকে supply chain management একটা diploma করায় আমাদের sponsorship-এ. Then he is now working in the supply chain department and উনি ওখানে thrive করছেন. So sort of providing these trainings that right now 3 জন আমাদের head office-এ তারা training করছেন, diplomas in HR, supply chain management and inventory, so that they can upgrade their skills.
So how many students have you recruited for internship? I mean, if there's any chance or perhaps an opportunity for students to work in your company as an intern. So for how many students have you recruited?
So far we've recruited 3 interns, not simultaneously, and now we're on our 3rd intern, but we're open to bringing in more, because I feel that এইভাবে this is how word of mouth দিয়ে will be relevant, because we are aware that there has been a lot of competition in the market and maybe আমরা একটু পিছায় গিয়েছি, and আমাদের brand name is not as roll of the tongue as other brands, but we are working on that, and we've been working with universities, we've been working with colleges and schools, so that people are aware of our brand. We've been to job fairs. We want interns to come and work with us. আমরা অনেকগুলো স্কুলের সাথে অনেকগুলো কলেজের সাথে কাজ করেছি, so that they can do factory tours over here. So right now this is something we are working on and trying to build more on that.
So what's the difference between what you have been going through now in this current regime and that of previous regime? So any differences that you find yourself in?
Definitely একটা দেশের হিসাবে আমরা সবাই যে চ্যালেঞ্জেস দিয়ে যাচ্ছি ওটা তো আছেই, but আরেকটা which is the biggest concern for us is that all these protests that keep on happening sporadically, it's very difficult to track these things, and আমাদের employees are all over Bangladesh. Who gets stuck where? It's definitely their safety is a big concern for us. And more than that, you will know that এখন the consumer market is a little going through a slump right now. And this is something that we need to overcome. So এখন what we're doing is that we are 2025 এর goal হলো to remain conservative, remain prudent, and we can ride this year out. And we are hoping that 2026 brings us brighter days.
And how does Finis plan to balance tradition with innovation and the need for modernization in the future?
I think আমাদের জন্য tradition definitely is, there are a lot of internal traditions that we stay true to, such as our chairman's award. We have like a distributor conferences all the time. So ওই tradition গুলাকে intact রেখে. But when I think of tradition with Finis, the colors red and yellow are top of mind. And আমাদের consumers will agree with that. সবাইকে যদি বলি that we are from Finis, তখন বলে আপনার হলুদ আর লাল কোটাটা ছোট insect powder. So we want that to be central of our image all the time. So আমাদের সব branding এ, internal, external, product branding এ, সব জায়গায় we are staying true to those colors. So ওই দিক থেকে I think if we can keep our base strong and definitely rely on our advisors and well-wishers who have been with the company for a very long time, I'm sure that we will be able to be on the straight path.
And with sustainability and social responsibility becoming key business priorities, how is Finis integrating these into its vision?
So in terms of sustainability, right now we have modified a lot of our processes in the factory. So if I give you an example, we manufacture toilet cleaners. So toilet cleaner, we were seeing that there was a huge waste of water happening. So after bringing some changes in the process, we did a rough calculation, and এখন আমরা দেখছি that we're saving ওই section থেকে we're saving 4000 liter per day of water, যেটা waste হচ্ছে না, যেটা use হচ্ছে না. Apart from that, আমাদের ফ্যাক্টরিতে আমাদের নিজস্ব ETP plant আছে. So we make sure that all of the toxic water is being processed before it is being discarded. And another initiative that we're working on is that আমরা try করছি that আমাদের ফিনাইলের 3 liter containers যেটা মার্কেটে যায়, ওটা usually hospitals-এ যায় bulk order-এ. So আমাদের goal হচ্ছে এখন we're working on a project to see আমরা এই bottles-গুলো কিভাবে recollect করতে পারি, so that we can reuse those bottles and then we don't have to sort of manufacture new bottles. So to reuse hole, then our plastic footprint will also increase drastically, because we're talking about in only Dhaka, the hospital segment, you're talking about almost 20,000 containers every month. So ওই দিক থেকে যদি ওইগুলো reuse করা যায়, then this is a project we're working on, and I hope that we'll be able to implement it very soon.
Regarding the export that you mentioned, like how many countries have you been exporting finished goods?
So we've exported to 3 countries so far, but we're looking to expand this. It's difficult to obtain licenses for our insecticide products in foreign countries because the red tape is a lot more. But আমরা mostly export করি আমাদের floor cleaner, and আমরা private labeling করি for washing powder.
The contribution that you have made by exporting all these goods, have you been recognized by the previous government?
I don't think our volume is at that point yet যে আমাদেরকে ওরকম recognition দেওয়া হবে, but আমরা এখন আলাদা wing করে ফেলেছি এটার জন্য, so that this full focus দিয়ে এটাকে সামনে নেওয়া যায়.
Well, Ms. Adiba Sulaiman Ajani, it was nice meeting you.
Thank you so much.
And we look forward to see you becoming successful in near future.
Inshallah.
With that said, this is San Kadiri signing off from ATN News. We're looking forward to see you soon in near future. Thank you very much.